Hi, thank you for watching Chitruba Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura Wilson, teaching you ways to modify exercise so that everybody can keep moving by finding what works for them. Today we're going to do an advanced core yoga workout. This is a higher level so that we can get our core strengthened a lot quicker and in different ways, hopefully, than you've done before. Those of you who may be new, don't be intimidated by the word advanced. There are always levels of getting into each pose that we're going to do. So if you're interested in strengthening your core, come along and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so other people can find it. And let me know in the comments if you like this advanced level core workout, if you want more core workouts in general here on the channel. If you have a nice safe space to work out in, a mat is a nice addition to this, but make sure that you're ready to start comfortable in a seated position on the floor. Let's go ahead and press down through our sit bones, lengthening out through the crown of our head, and just take that quick assessment of our body and how it's feeling today. And we're going to start with a full spinal warm-up as usual, but we're going to start it in a little different way perhaps. Let's go ahead and take our legs, we'll take them out straight. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward. Inhaling in and up, exhaling forward. So start to think about drawing your belly up under your ribs. And let's bring this up. We're going to inhale up. We'll bend our legs. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge back. Boat press. We can begin to lift one leg and then the other. Now let's bring this up. Soles of our feet together. And let's just hinge forward for a moment. Not too far. We're still warming up. I don't know about you, but that kind of got some heat going for me. So let's stay in this bound angle position for our side-to-side warm-up of our spine. So since we are working our core, we want to make sure that we warm every bit of it up. Not that some of what we're about to do isn't going to do that for us, but it's always nice to be fully prepared. So let's lift up and begin to take this over a little further, up and over a little further. So we're going to take it over to this other side again. One more time here. Let's bring this up. We're going to take it back to that boat prep, squeezing our knees together, adding a little twist this time. Let's lift up. We're going to reach back, hold. Lift up, soles of our feet together. Let's press elbows into thighs and come forward. We can start to take this a little deeper now because we've been squeezing our legs together. We need to stretch and let this go. Now let's go ahead. We're going to go to a real boat. So squeezing our thighs together, tilting our hips forward, taking our gaze to the ceiling. We can do this with one leg down, letting go, straightening out. So find the place that you feel challenged. And everybody's going to have a different place. I'm just going to show the different options. And this can feel advanced, even if it's not such an advanced level. Even this feels challenging if you do it right. Let's go ahead and bring this down, soles of our feet together. Breathe, which you should be doing while you're holding that boat. So let's lift up. We're going to bring our legs together. Let's cross one leg over the other and start here. And we're going to hinge back. We can keep holding on. Lift this leg up. You can also just add that hinge without the leg lifting up. You can let this go. And Another variation is to reach through and hold. It's much better to do it here though. Ooh, tilting the hips forward. Let's release this down and fold forward. Let's lift up, cross the other leg over, and again lift up and hinge back. Or we can lift up holding on, or letting go, or reaching through. Just finding which variation works for us. Oops, tilt the hips forward. Let's release this down and forward. And we're going to lift this up. Let's come back to where we started, hinging up, hinging back. So this is going to be changed, whether we keep our hands here and twist, out just a little bit and twist, or out all the way and twist. Find a variation that feels challenging to you, and you're going to know pretty quick. Keep squeezing your knees together. All right, let's let this go. I'll take both legs out wide this time. Let this go. We're also going to lift up and side stretch. Both sides. Let's bring this up. And again, we're going to hinge back, twist in close, out middle, wide. Squeezing our knees together. Make sure to breathe. Let's bring this up. Legs out wide, let's let it go. Again, if we're squeezing our legs together, every time we squeeze our thighs together, that ties into those core muscles up through our belly area, under our ribs. So let's bring this together and roll on down to the floor for this next set. And just take a moment here to release and breathe. And we'll bring our feet to the floor, hands by our side. So let's do a little bridge flow here. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. One more. And we're going to come here. I'll move my arm out of the way for some pelvic tilts. So we're pressing our navel in over and over, squeezing and lifting our glutes. Tailbone coming just off the floor each time. Let's hug this in. And this time we're going to lift up, hold our bridge pose. And let's take it to those tilts in the air. Really pressing in through our abdominals. Pressing up and hold. Let's lower down all the way. We'll hug one knee into our chest. We can lift our nose up toward our knee. Let's release, switch sides. And release. I'm going to go ahead and turn long ways so you can see what we're doing next. Working into our obliques. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Squeeze them together. If you have a ball or a block you want to squeeze between your knees, do that. We're going to open our arms out wide, palms down, so we can kind of pull on the floor here. Inhale here. Exhale and drop our knees over to one side. Inhale, pull this up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, twist. Squeezing our knees together. Try not to let your knees separate. Let's bring this back to center. And again, just rock easily. We can take our legs out if we need to give them a rest. Let's squeeze this together. Open up again. Squeezing our knees together, let's open up to the, or drop to the side. open the top leg, tap the toes, bend their knees, come back in. So we're going to go over to the side, open the top leg, tap your toes, bend the knees, come back in. Very similar to what we just did. And if you would rather just keep the knees bent like we did the first time, that's fine. Begin to take this up a little faster. All right, one more each side and we'll take that break. And we'll bring this down and we'll take it back to our bridge. This is so we can kind of stretch everything out. Bring it down. Separate our feet out a little bit. We're going to drop our knees over to one side in a staggered twist, stretching out the front of our hip. Lifting up, and let's take that to the other side. If you would rather stack your knees on top of each other and hold the twist that way, that is another variation. You can also pause, hold these stretches a little longer. And then we'll lift up, shake this out. So we're going to take our legs down the floor, glue our hips to the floor, and let's walk our legs as far over to the left as we can with both hips still on the floor, and then let your legs rest. Hips glued to the floor, let's wiggle our upper body over to that same side. Now we're going to reach this hand down toward our foot. We can reach the other arm overhead. The key is both shoulders on the floor, both hips on the floor. So we're making kind of a letter C out of our body, feeling a stretch down that whole side. Should be a place we can breathe. Let's come back to the center, reach overhead, stretch out long. And come back, again, gluing our hips to the floor. Let's walk our feet over to the right as far as they'll go. And then wiggle our upper body up as far as we can, keeping both shoulders on the floor. Let's reach this hand to the foot, and this arm can go overhead. And again, breathing deeply. Let's bring this back to center, reach overhead one more time. And just take a little bit of Shavasana here. I'm going to do it with my knees bent. And just breathing into our belly. If we think about our diaphragm muscle, our deepest core muscle, when we inhale, it presses down, belly goes up, and when we exhale, it presses against our lungs. So let's take a few diaphragmatic breaths here. And then just soften across our belly, soften across our chest. And when we're ready, we can hug our knees in. Advanced variation is rolling back and forth, bringing ourselves up to our seated position where we started. So just take another moment here to assess how you're feeling. Whew, energized, warmed up, whew, ready for a big day. And as always, I want to thank you for joining me here. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this particular core yoga workout. Please do subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe to the channel as well. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. And you can also hit that like button to help other people who are searching for videos find this one. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.